we're done. I did it. I feel like there's been a huge weight lifted off my shoulders. Hello guys, it is Thursday afternoon, and as you can see, I am in my apartment. I have some phenomenal news that we will all be so happy about. I switched to part-time. So as you guys can see though, I am dressed up. So I wore this top one day and these pants another day, but today I have them in their set. These little ankle booties are from Forever 21 because I applied to a seasonal job. So I'm editing and looking at this footage right now, and yeah, I was really giving like a lot of information about the job that I applied for, and I was like, let me, you know, cut back a little bit and just have like a little bit of privacy in my life. With the daily vlogging, I just need to remind myself, you know, you don't have to share every single detail. So I applied for a seasonal retail job. That's all you guys need to know. That's reverse. That's neutral. That moment when you forget how to use your car. So I've been thinking about something now that I have time back in my life. This is gonna sound so stupid, but one of the main reasons that I was essentially trying to get out of this job if I was only allowed to work full time is because I want a dog. Now, I'm not gonna make any rash decisions, but I know that's something that I'm gonna want in the future, and I know myself now and my lifestyle, and I don't really travel that much. It was kind of like more so of a phase, you know. I went to London, I visited friends, like my friend Sandra lives in New York, and my friend Leah lives in Tampa, which is so close now, and then everyone else just lives in Maryland. But I don't have like this crazy urge to like travel the world or anything like a lot of people do, and that's just because I've been to tons of places. Like I've been to Jamaica, I've been to a lot of Europe because my mom is from England, and I had those opportunities when I was a kid. I've been to many states, so you know, like I've done that, and it's like super fun, but it's also inconvenient. It's pretty stressful traveling, especially when you are traveling internationally, and it's very expensive. And there's just other things that I like to allocate my funds to. I love traveling like in the States, but leaving the country is like a whole entire ordeal. And if I did do some traveling of some sort, I know that I could always have my dog go to like one of those puppy like weekend things. We take Bella to one. It's not like a puppy hotel, it's like a retreat thing where literally volunteers come in and play with the dogs all day long, and they get fed and they have like a whole entire routine. So I'd probably do something like that. They tend to be a little bit expensive, but it's also like, I mean, I want my dog to have a vacation too if I'm going on one. So let me know your thoughts. I'm not someone who like really cares about breeds, to be honest. Like I have my favorite breeds. I love Huskies. I love my dog. But Huskies are huge. It's way too big for my apartment. It wouldn't be right for me to get a Husky, but I could get away with getting a medium-sized dog and it would be perfectly fine. I have a lot of space. Like I said, there's dog parks, there's tons of places to walk in my area. And from then on, you know, I'm in this apartment for I think 15 or 16 months. So after that, if I stayed, that would be good. If not, I would find another place that would work for that. And you know, I don't mind doing that. So yeah, let me know what you think I should do. Let me know if you think it's a bad idea. I'm sure you guys, if you think it's a bad idea, I'm sure you're gonna tell me, because I would do the same thing. So I got the job. There were like 10 other people waiting. There's only one spot open for this department because they're basically full. So the way that it's set up, it's commission, but if you don't make like the set amount that you were supposed to for the day, then you get paid $12 hourly, which that's a lot. I told her for right now I can only do Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but in the future I should be able to do more. because while I love everyone at my office, you know, I don't like doing direct sales. I think I've made that pretty clear at this point. I was having a mental breakdown over this at the very beginning of the week. I'll insert some clips so you guys know what was going on. I have low-key decided that I'm just gonna start looking for something else. And I feel like I'm gonna have a mental breakdown. Everyone in the office tells the same jokes. They have a book full of content that they come out with every single day that they've basically recycled from other people. I was really on the verge of tears on the way back. I'm so dramatic. I was watching some of my earlier vlogs and I was just so excited and so happy, and it makes me even more sad seeing how happy I was at the beginning, because I don't feel like that now. I feel very stressed, and I feel like I'm wasting time being here when I could be doing other things that I really care about, and that also make me money. You know, that's a plus. We're gonna go to Chick-fil-A. It's 8:13. I'm making some ramen. I'm about to call my mom through Facebook Messenger, whatever it is that people do, because she has an Android. I know. So let's see if she answered. I called 10 times yesterday and it took forever for someone to answer because they're moving right now, so we'll see. Wow. Okay. It is Friday, and as you can see, I am dressed in workout clothes, and it is currently 9:26. You know what that means? Today's the day. Today's the day that I quit this job. We're done. I did it. I feel like there's been a huge weight lifted off my shoulders. It just wasn't working. For now, we're going to head to the gym. I had my pre-workout meal, which was just my avocado toast. So this gym was super cool. I've just been trying out a bunch of gyms, basically all over Atlanta. So this day I was just doing some back and then I benched. So I haven't deadlifted in a month. So it was rough. So I was only working with 225 for sets of 3, but it feels nice to deadlift again. That is my lift, my bread and butter. So I'm super excited to be back into it. It just works really well for me and my leverages. I have a super, super, super strong lower back, and it's literally just from deadlifts. I get questions all the time. Just train back and your deadlift will honestly explode, and just figure out, your form. I think my form is pretty solid. It was a little bit rocky today just because I haven't done it in a while, but I am the form police when it comes to making sure I'm doing things correctly. So just, focus on your form and everything will start to come together. I then moved on to do some pull-ups. So I did 2 sets of 6, I think, unassisted, just pull-ups. I get a lot of questions too about how to get your first pull-up. Do a lot of negatives and do a lot of chin-ups. Do a lot of lat pull-downs, anything lat related that will help with your pull-up strength, and then start doing it assisted with bands. So I was doing assisted with bands here, a little bit wider grip than usual, just to truly activate my lats, and they felt pretty good. So I haven't done pull-ups in a while either, but do them consistently or you'll never get good at them, is my biggest tip for pull-ups, to be honest. I then did some barbell rows. I was just using 85 pounds. Big tip for this is make sure you're pulling to essentially your belly button. It looks a little different on me because I'm wearing super high-waisted leggings, but that is where I'm pulling the bar to. And then I went ahead and just did some bench. So I benched earlier this week, so I didn't do anything crazy. I was just doing 80 pounds for sets of 7, and that felt really good. I arched to protect my shoulders and for the purpose of shortening the range of motion with powerlifting. I'm not arching my lower back. I'm arching my upper back and laying my rear delt as well as my traps on the bench. So don't come at me. I know what I'm doing, I promise. 'Cause I'm the one who's giving it up. And I know it's been hard, but you am 6 miles away from my destination and it is going to take 30 minutes. What is this? If you guys know any other Atlanta vloggers, can you leave them in the comments that you watch? I want to know if anyone else complains about the traffic as much as I do, or if you guys are just used to it. I don't think I'll ever stop complaining. This is why I live in the city. Like, I come all the way out here to Buckhead, and this is what I have to deal with on the way home. It's absolutely wild. Great workout. I just wanted to talk a little bit more about like the reasons behind why I quit. So I wanted to pop in because I wanted to add a little bit more about the job. I was just gonna like refilm the whole thing, but I knew it was gonna get way too lengthy, and I liked what I said in this. I don't want to give out too many details just because like my boss was a wonderful person, my manager was a wonderful person, but this job was not it. So I just want to say I really want you guys to avoid these. If you see anything that says marketing assistant and they're talking about going to events and they're not being super specific about what you're selling or what you'll be doing, I want you to avoid them because the hours are going to be crazy and you are probably going to waste a lot of time. I see these postings everywhere. I think I applied to 5 jobs that like basically had the same exact business model. Like even the steps were the same thing and they were called the same thing. So they're all just like recycling the same stuff. And I just don't want you to waste your time. If you like doing sales, I think there's a better route that you could go. You could work for like an actual company, because I don't even know who's at the top of this. I literally could not find any information on like an actual company. So just be careful regarding that. But I just also wanted to say that the real reason why I stopped was I could just tell it was starting to affect my mental health. And I was only there for about 2 weeks, which is no time at all. And I always give everything a solid shot. But for this, it was like the amount of hours that I worked when I was there was like oh my God, probably almost like 100 hours or something like that. So I got a pretty good gist for how the company was set up. And I just wasn't enjoying it. And, you know, I moved to Atlanta to do film stuff and to network. And the fact that I didn't even have time for that, and that they were looking down upon my business, saying like, you know, forget your business, do this. It just really rubs me the wrong way, and things just slowly started to feel more and more sketchy, and the business practices just weren't lining up with what I believe in, and I just, you know, I don't want to be a part of something like that. There's plenty of people that were enjoying it, having a great time, but in the long run, it just didn't make sense for me. And although it wasn't a pyramid scheme, so you didn't pay to play, it really did follow like a pyramid in which like when you would open up your office, you would have someone in your office open up an office, and then they would have someone in their office open up an office. And it's just like a huge like triangle of basically referrals, and you get a cut of every single office. And that's why people are making so much money. But it's like the amount of hours that you have to work to get to that point, I feel like that's not even worth it. And half the people there didn't even enjoy it. So I was just like, I mean, you know, guys, like, yeah, money is awesome and it gives you freedom to do stuff that you enjoy, but I don't know, I just felt like it wasn't worth it. It's like I'd rather be making way less money and doing stuff that I like and having jobs that I like and having time outside of work. But a lot of people were just trying to retire super early, so I guess, you know, to each their own. That's just not what I personally care about. But yeah, I just wanted to throw that in here because I felt like that was kind of lacking in this clip. So but basically, number one, it was a minimum of 56 hours a week of just work. And then like 2 other days during the week, they want you to do stuff after work with everyone. And I'm just like, oh my God, I can't be with you guys all the time. And there were a bunch of other people that I was talking to, and they were saying they were like picking other days that they had to have off because they were like, I just can't do this. And essentially it was like, if you don't do everything that everyone else is doing, you're not serious about it. If you want to take a day off, you're not serious about it. One of the new guys, he has like Sabbath, I think it is, on Saturday. I'm not good with religion. Basically, he practices religion on the weekend, and he was like, I'm not going to, you know, I'm not going to be there on Friday, and he wasn't going to be there on Saturday either. And that only worked because it was religion related. Other people were trying to do that and they were like, oh, okay, I guess you're not serious about it. Like, I just don't, it's like, bruh, like sales jobs, it's supposed to be financial freedom, you make your own schedule. No, there's a schedule that you have to follow, and there's all this stuff that you have to do outside of work with work people. So it's just like non-stop. You don't have time to hang out with family or friends unless you bring them to one of the networking things after work. So that was just a lot. Number 2, I want a dog and those hours are not gonna work for that. Number 3, I don't like direct sales. Literally working in Best Buy selling Xfinity made me realize how much I wanted to work at Best Buy and sell the products. I was out there selling products to everybody. I can sell you on anything, especially electronics. And when I was thinking about that, I was joking with the Best Buy workers saying like, being here makes me want to work for Best Buy. They're like, we're always looking for people. It was just a little bit too much for something that I'm not super passionate about. And they look down on education, and some of the values like just didn't really line up with what I believe in. Some of the practices didn't seem morally right when it came to sales. So there were just a lot of mini things that kind of piled up. And you know, when you have other options, it's pretty easy to quit. You know, like I have talked about saying like people need jobs to make money. Like you can't always quit a job, but I was literally just doing this to make friends, and I don't think any of that was worth it just to make some friends. I made some friends, yay, time to go. Like that's not a long-term thing. Almost every single person I talked to was like, I can't do this long-term because it's just too much, and they like make you feel bad if you're tired or if you're sick. Like I was sick that one day and I texted my manager and he responded back with it was a blatant lie. Like it was clearly a lie that our boss was sick and he was at urgent care, but he was gonna go into work. And I was like, this seems a little bit sketchy. And a couple other people said that when they were sick that it was just like, they just make you feel horrible about it. So he's a wonderful person, but that for me was not it. So yeah, those are just a couple things. I'm sure there's many others that I am not thinking of, but yeah, I'm not gonna say too much anyways, just because there's really no point, you know. It just wasn't for me. There's plenty of people that enjoyed it, but I would avoid these marketing jobs at all costs, because you don't figure out what sales you're in until like the first day, and there's a lot of stuff that seems like it's been slipped underneath the table. I just said slipped underneath the table. I meant slipped underneath the rug. And can you believe I'm still editing this video? I'm now in my kitchen multitasking. We love that. Hope you're enjoying it though. Sure, follow me on Instagram regarding information on what you'll be doing, and you just might end up disappointed. All I'm gonna say.